We going to the Eastern Conference Finals. It's orange and blue sky.
Where I live near Clownsville.
I gave her. You see?
Way too.
Yes, sir. I think it's about that time that our brother does another NBA playoff video. We get into well, not the end, but nearing the end, at least, of the NBA playoffs before we see who is the crowned champ of 2023. You got the Lakers versus Nuggets, and of course, you got my Heat. You got my Heat versus the Boston Celtics. Yet again, it's like these two teams is always meeting each other in the playoffs since like what 2019 or like the bubble. Always going against the Celtics, man. To talk about the last series, the conference of semifinals, when the Lakers was versing the Warriors and when the Heat was going against the Knicks. First off, my Heat versus the Knicks. What did I tell you with this Heat versus Knicks series? Knicks fans thought it was real cute when they beat the Cleveland Cap. No disrespect. No disrespect, because the Cavs were a solid team this year. This was the first year that the Cavs had like some true success post LeBron. So no disrespect to the freaking Cavs. But the Knicks beat the Cleveland Cavaliers. The Cavs. And these suckers was like, we going to the Eastern Conference Finals. It's orange and blue sky. I said this once and I'll say it again. Knicks fans and Dallas Cowboy fans are probably the two most delusional, annoying fan bases out there in sports, because anytime their teams have a crumb of success, a morsel, these suckers start talking crazy and think like they going all of the way. Suckers, shut up. You're the New York Knicks. You have been irrelevant for damn near 60 years. Probably over 60 years. You suckers are literally the laughing stock of the NBA. Suckers always say, oh, the players love to go to the garden and play basketball. Except they don't actually like being on the Knicks team to go play. I mean, if suckers really wanted to play in the Garden that much, wouldn't it be like, these top NBA players would be signing to the New York Knicks? I mean, that's just what I would think. You suckers haven't had a true superstar player signed to your team since Carmelo Anthony. And you suckers got the nerve, the gall. Like, you suckers been here this whole time. We here, we doing this. Sucker, you ain't doing nothing. Nothing. You're doing nothing. You had a crumb of success in the NBA playoffs. You overachieved as an organization and as a fan base. And you got punched right in the mouth as soon as reality struck, which was the Miami Heat. That's what happened. That's what happened. Suckers in my Discord was like, wait till Randall come back. We gonna have Randall. It's gonna be over with. That can't be the same Randall that you suckers was talking about. I don't know how many times I have to say this. I literally have said this for years. Julius Randle is a regular season player. He'll give you the highlights and the numbers, the stats in the regular season. But come playoff time, when the games really matter, And palms get sweaty, knees weak, mom spaghetti. There's vomit on his sweater already, mom spaghetti. Julius Randle is not that guy. He's not. And Jalen Brunson, no disrespect. No disrespect at all. I mean, the man could play ball, but Jalen Brunson is not getting you into a deep playoff run. I'm sorry, he's just not. RJ freaking Barrett. I could really roast y'all. I could really sit down here and roast the Knicks. But I ain't gonna do that. This junk really should have been over. We could have swept the Knicks. Like, let's be real. We really could have sat up here and swept the Knicks, but the Heat literally was like playing at like the Heat weren't even playing their best basketball. We like was playing at the level of the Knicks and still we shot horrible in the series. Horrible. We couldn't make a freaking damn three to save our lives. And you suckers still would find a way to lose. And even the 2 games you won, even that was like, here. It felt like pity wins.
See, when you do clownery, the clown comes back to bite.
Lakers versus Warriors. I was shocked how that series went because I thought, not that it wasn't competitive, but, you know, because this could potentially be the last time that we see a Steph versus LeBron matchup. I thought it was going to be way more epic, I guess, than it was. And what, the Lakers won in, what was it, 5? I think it was 6 games. But like most of the games, I think the only game that was like really competitive was like game 1. I think they had another game that was kind of competitive, but most of the series it was like a blowout. Even in the last game, I think in game 6, to where the Warriors could have got it to a game 7 in their house. The Lakers blew out the Warriors, and you know AD was killing them like street clothes, A Disney, A damaged, whatever you wanted to call them. When that man is healthy, the Warriors had no answer for AD. No answer. LeBron at even the ripe age of 38 years old, like he can still get it done. And when AD is by his side, and that man Austin Reeves, if they don't re-sign this man, Austin Reeves has been playing out of his mind. The Lakers better keep him. The same with freaking Lonnie Walker. Sucker just comes off the bench. I forgot that the Lakers had this man. They just bring this man off of the bench, and this sucker is like literally helping them like win games. If the Lakers do not, and this is one thing I hated that the Lakers didn't do after they won the chip in the bubble. If they don't keep this core and build around them, and they try to, I swear, if they try to get rid of some of these players to pick up Kyrie Irving, to have another big 3, Kyrie, LeBron, and AD, I swear if they do anything like that this offseason, they deserve whatever's coming next. They deserve whatever is coming next. Because one thing I could not stand that the Lakers did is they literally broke up that NBA championship team that they had after the bubble. As soon as they started getting injured and like lost the next playoff series, they broke up that entire team. And it was just like, bro, you suckers was injured and now you're like breaking up the, if they do that same junk with this team, they deserve whatever is coming next. Okay, they have to keep Austin Reeves. They have to keep Lonnie Walker. Who else is like really? I think that they should keep Scrotum. Dennis Schroeder. Like, bro, this man be helping them sometimes. Keep Scrotum. They do not need Kyrie Irving. I don't care how talented this man is. Kyrie, since 2016, has been literally almost a failure every season since. This man needs LeBron way more than LeBron needs him. Kyrie Irving, his Boston stint failed. His Brooklyn Nets stint fail. His Dallas Mavs stint, he probably don't even want to be on the Mavs no more. Like, Kyrie needs LeBron more than LeBron needs him. If the Lakers sign this man and get rid of Austin Reeves and Lonnie Walker, they're idiots. Okay, moving past that though, we got the Lakers versus Nuggets in the conference finals, Western Conference Finals, and the Heat versus the Celtics again in the Eastern Conference Finals. Starting with the Lakers and Nuggets, this is going to be tough. That boy Jokic, yo, dog, he honestly should have been the MVP this season. I feel like they gave Joel Embiid the MVP because Jokic had already got his MVP, and then he lost to the Suns last year. But now it's kind of the same junk with Embiid. Embiid gets the MVP. This sucker gets embarrassed in Game 7 and literally puts up a stinker. I think scored like 13 points or something like that. Jokic, bro. This man has been playing like an absolute monster. This has really been, I mean, I've always, kind of watched him on and off, but this playoff run, I've really been kind of paying attention to like Jokic and like the way he plays. It literally don't seem like no one can stop this man. It really don't. Like, this man is making everything, and what is so weird about it, all these freaking fat well, not fat, but all of these big, like, European players, from Jokic to freaking Luka, like, these suckers look like they run so slow and move so slow, yet these suckers cannot be stopped. These suckers cannot be guarded. Somehow they always get they shot off. I guess it's the skill and the footwork. Like, as slow as they move, they get to exactly where they want to get to. And bro, it seemed like all of the floaters that this man Joker be putting up, that junk goes in, is wet every freaking time. So AD gonna have to step up, because Jokic has no problem with getting physical at all. Like he can do it. And AD at times, he's like, he's kind of like that finesse player. He can get physical at times, but AD, I feel like he only really shines when like the other team doesn't really have a big man to really like match up with him. I feel like every time AD has to go against another big man that's just as talented as him, that's when AD kind of always like kind of falls back and kind of falls right back into just taking nothing but jump shots and stuff like that. So that matchup is going to be everything. Freaking Disney versus Joker, that matchup is going to be everything. I'm sure LeBron is going to do LeBron like things. I hope that in these last two series that no one gets injured. I want to see both of these teams going at it. Jamal Murray, he's good as well. If I had to make a prediction though, I'm going Lakers. I'm going Lakers just based off of experience. I'm going Lakers just based off of they got LeBron James. I just feel like LeBron at this point, he knows that this could be potentially one of his last like real runs at a championship. And I feel like he's gonna be like, nah, I am going all out. And I think it's going 6 or 7 though. I do think it's going 6 or 7 because I remember the Lakers played the Nuggets. I think the last time I don't know if it was in the bubble the last time they played them, and I don't know if they swept the Nuggets or beat them in 5, but they really kind of handled the Nuggets like pretty easily. I don't feel like it's going to be like that this time. I feel like the Nuggets are going to give them way more of a challenge. But yeah, at the end of the day, I just feel like LeBron, he going for it. He's going for it because this could potentially be his last real run at at another championship. He's getting older. Next year he's going to be 39 years of age. These younger players are still coming, stuff like that. So I can't count I can't count out LeBron this late, even at this age. And as long as AD stays healthy, which is a big if, but as long as he is by LeBron's side and Austin Reeves and crew are still helping LeBron out, I just feel like the Lakers just have the experience at the end of the day that the Nuggets don't have yet. But I think this is going 6 or 7 games because Joker really seems like he wants to take that next level. So yeah, that's my prediction for that series. As far as Heat versus Celtics, first off, before I even get to that series, again, the Sixers. Is it the Doc Rivers curse? Like, I don't, I really don't know at this point. Am I going to put the blame on Doc Rivers or am I going to put the blame on James Harden and Joel Embiid? These suckers looked like in Game 7 that they didn't even come to play. After all the stuff that they went through, Joel Embiid getting his MVP and then eventually coming back after getting injured. And then James Harden kind of looking like he cared about, well, not cared, but like looking like his old Houston Rockets days and putting up like big numbers. I definitely thought that the Sixers were going to beat the Celtics. I think at one point they were up 3-2, and it was looking like the Celtics were finished. Really, so, and then with the combination of James Harden and Joel Embiid and Jason Tatum hasn't really been playing the best basketball as of late, I definitely thought, I didn't even think it would be the Heat versus Celtics. I thought it was going to be the Heat and Sixers. And I was scared because I'm like, bro, we ain't got nobody to match up with Embiid. Nobody. So I wasn't even like thinking we was going to be playing against the Celtics, but here we are. Heat and Celtics again. The Celtics were in the finals last year against Golden State, and honestly, the Celtics shouldn't even have been there. It should have been the Heat. It should have. It came down to pretty much kind of the same thing Jimmy kind of the same thing that Jimmy was doing in the series versus the Bucks, how it was like literally Jimmy or die. And Jimmy looked like the second coming of freaking Michael Jeffrey Jordan. That's what it was last year when the Heat was going against the Celtics in the conference finals. It came down to a Jimmy last second heave 3 that just bounced off the rim, and it was wraps. The Celtics move on and go to the finals and lose to Golden State. But literally, since the bubble, the Heat have always been right there in the playoff picture. If this year has not shown you that Jimmy, in my opinion, especially come playoff time, is a top 5 player in the NBA when it actually matters, when the games matter, I don't know what the freak you have been watching. Literally consistently in the playoffs, the Heat have been getting far just off of Jimmy alone. If this sucker for once in his life can get a scrap of help, a scrap, I pray, is that Bam, oh my God, this guy is so... Bam frustrates me to no end because there's no in between with this sucker. This sucker is either a monster or like, I want to shoot him. There is no in between. This guy, Bam, has to help Jimmy. He has to. This cannot be another series where we are going against the Celtics and it's just like, Jimmy, save us. Dude, if it's that, we're going to lose again. I don't want to see that again. I want to see people help Jimmy. Jimmy has been injured too, y'all. I forgot like how he got. I don't know if it was like an ankle injury or something, or like a knee something. He has been in, kind of, well, not, he's been hobbled since, that Bucks series. If Bam can just play like he did in the bubble. Oh my God. If he can just do that, bro, he beat the Celtics, I say, in 6 games. If this is another run of it just being Jimmy or bust, Jimmy, save us. Jimmy, Himmy, Michael Jordan's offspring, save us. Then it's going 7. That's my prediction. But at the end of the day, the Heat get back to where they should have been last year and go back to the NBA Finals, and we meet the Lakers yet again. I want to see a bubble rematch. That's what I want to see. And in order to get that, we cannot rely just on Jimmy. We can't. I mean, if we're being honest, this Heat team has already overachieved. We're in the Eastern Conference Finals again, and we were a play-in team. The Lakers have overachieved. They were a play-in team, and they're in the Western Conference Finals. What better way to script? You know, the script is in. What better way to script this than to have the bubble 2020 NBA Finals rematch? Lakers versus Heat. That whole bubbles junk and how it was a fluke and how, oh, that junk ain't matter. If that junk comes to fruition and these two teams meet again, that bubble talk, trash talk, that junk is dead. Don't want to hear it no more. At all. Honestly, all of my predictions for this NBA playoffs, all of them have been on point except for the Heat versus Bucks. I thought the Bucks were gonna I thought, but that's just because of the way we played this season, and we were a play-in team. Like, bro, if you saw the Heat this season, we shouldn't even be here right now. Outside of that series, I have been right on every single prediction I think I have made this playoffs. Like, I don't miss. And if I do miss, it still benefits me. It still benefits me. So, yeah, man, those are my predictions for the Lakers versus Nuggets versus the Heat versus Celtics yet again. What are y'all predictions for these two teams? Let me know that and more down in the comment section below. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. And until the next video, my brothers and sisters, I'll catch you boys in my next one, all right? Pew.